It's time for Mike Erie's show. He's ripping off Cullinane. He wants to find some fans to talk to, 'cause he's lonely on Saturdays. Mike was told to come up with something, and I guess this is what he did. We should give him some points for trying. Kirk wants to know what the point of this is. Just a warning for all you guys. You'll never get this hour back in your life. This is Mike and the Minifans. Mike is talking with you. This is Mike and the Minifans. Mike is talking with you. This is Mike and the Minifans. This is Mike and the Minifans. Mike is talking with you.
Well, this should be a disaster. First of all, one of our guests might bail early because I just saw Big Cat went live on Periscope. So I imagine he's in quite a bind right now. He's not going to know what to do. But I'll take you through my process before we listen to this complete shit show. So I wanted to have Matt Carano on. He hasn't been on in a while. I figured Tara would be good because the only time we really have girls on this show is when Lauren Lynn is making one of her burn books and trashing the other ladies. So if I could get Tara on, she seems a little nicer, a little, we don't need a contentious episode every week. And then I figured we could have TJ on because he's been an unmade man. Then I forgot this kid Andrew, who's been on a couple times, asked to be on. I told him he could be on. So now we've got way too many people booked. But I figured, when do we need community more than now? This is the time for people to get together. So gather around, folks. Get your families around. We'll take some calls at some point. And we'll talk everything out. But I do want to point out, before they get in here, this is just me and you guys talking. It started out as just a joke, but Matt Carano shows up and he compliments Tara's outfit, and he starts talking about how he made his own tie-dye back in the day. Maybe he's leaning into the character. I don't know, but it seemed a little weird to me. But all right, now that they can, let's get him in here, Justin.
Hey, Mike.
Tara, Matt, TJ, and Andrew. Hey, gang. I assume
Mike,
you guys couldn't hear me.
What character are you talking about?
No, nothing. I just mean.
No. We should explicitly say it. Tell me what you mean.
It was very masculine of you to compliment Tara's outfit.
Does that mean? Are you saying that sarcastic? Like I'm effeminate in some way? What are you saying?
He's being a gentleman.
Felon? No, not at all. There's nothing.
You're not
wrong
saying that I'm
here.
effeminate. You think that I'm very manly.
Well, effeminate. Yes. No, I am. No, that is what I'm saying.
Oh, you're saying I'm effeminate. In what way? Is it the way that I speak that's effeminate? Is it some sort of gay trope that you're going after?
Yes.
What is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's that.
It's stereotype. Yes.
Very creative. Should I be insulted?
I feel very welcomed as a guest.
Should I be insulted when people
that first couple minutes was rough for your boy?
Should I be insulted when people think I'm gay?
No, of course not.
Or so when people call me gay, should I be? Is that an insult? Is it an insult?
No,
to be gay?
there's nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with it, right? Because if there's nothing wrong with it, I wouldn't be insulted, right?
Why are you so angry about this?
I'm not angry. I'm just wondering where that I'm just wondering if the goal is for me to be insulted when people call me gay.
What kind of people get offended?
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
What kind of people?
Not like there's anything wrong with that.
Is there? No, that's my question. Do people?
Listen, this is America. Every people can live their lives.
Yeah.
No. Only angry people.
Only. Oh, so it's wait.
Angry people that are questioning their sexuality.
No. But is it an insult to call someone gay? That's my question.
No.
Oh, we're saying
isn't.
Be who you are. Be who you are. Live your life, damn it.
If you're gay,
however
you're gay,
effeminate it might be.
Wait. But is it a problem that if I'm effeminate in some way, or is it a problem if I'm
of
gay?
course not.
Absolutely not.
It's not.
No.
That's what I thought.
It's just a rib.
A rib.
Tara, how are you?
These
maniacs. Shut the fuck up. I'm talking to Tara here. Tara, what's going on?
Just chilling.
Thank you for making your debut on the program.
Nope,
I've spoken to these animals before, but I appreciate you coming on.
Of course.
I don't know what we're gonna get into here. This will probably be a disaster. But I guess we'll start with TJ. I don't even know if I should be allowed to have you on. You might be bounced pretty quickly.
Well, I'm pretty sure I heard that. I was back on Mount Rushmore. So he's saying
You're back on.
I was back on. That's what I heard.
Is that official?
Well, you see, I thought I heard Kirk say that he's going to forgive me for tweeting at Mutt and Callahan while he was
He'll
gone.
forgive you, but I don't know if that means you're back on. Mount Rushmore.
But wait a second here. He was gone.
Right.
How are we going to know Mutt and Callahan sucks without listening to it?
That's fair. But were your tweets complimentary in any way?
No, you know what they are. It's
know.
mutt
I have a
as a
feeling.
monkey. It's mutt as a monkey.
But maybe Kirk sees that as you palling around with them, like you're in on the joke.
It's a little bit of palling around. And as for Big Cat,
yes,
it's palling around. You know who you guys had on in Miami? Came into the studio. Dan Katz.
Yeah, he's
who
a
calls
friend.
his show.
He's a friend of the show, so I can understand.
If you're a friend of the show, you're a friend of mine.
So you're here to say you're not leaving Kirk.
Matt Carano, how's this Grateful Dead song go? You're a friend of
Tuckin.
Fucking.
No, Tuckin with a T.
Tuckin.
Always sex with this guy.
Tuckin, you're a
Very
friend of
sexed
mine.
up.
Anyway.
Guess we're getting into that early.
So as far as that goes, I just want to clear things up. I'm not going to take a job at Barstool. They might have offered me a job already, but I am not.
Oh, okay, good. You turned him down. I appreciate that.
$3,000 a year isn't good enough.
That's not enough.
Nope.
Yeah, I hear they pay people very well at that place. I wouldn't know, but
no.
Did they not pay you at all? I know you were an intern, but did they not pay you even like a pittance?
Now?
No, Barstool when you were an intern.
Oh, when I was an intern, I got paid.
Yeah.
Not a crazy amount less than I do now, honestly.
That's what I was wondering.
No, I got paid when I was intern. I think back then, maybe I shouldn't even be saying this, but I think it was on the arm. I don't know if the tax man knew about it back then, but
under the table.
Yeah.
Ooh.
On the arm.
Kind.
I like that.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, on the arm wouldn't work for that. Maybe I'm mixing metaphors here. But Matt, are you you came out pretty hot? Are you actually offended by the joke that started about you?
No, I'm just wondering why people think that's an insult. That's actually the thing that offends me. That you think that someone calling me gay would offend me in some way.
No one's calling you anything, but you're
no. They're like
You're assuming a lot of stuff.
Oh, I'm not assuming anything. I mean, when Kirk does it, it's kind of funny because he can veil it enough. But when everybody else does it, they're just recycling his content in a stupid way. And so
you're mad at me for being unoriginal.
So that's part of it. But is it? Do you actually think it's an insult to call someone gay? That's the thing that would bother me is if like you're that much of a homophobe.
Kind of thought we were just having fun. Kind of thought we were.
I thought we were joking, Matt. I really don't think.
No, but why is it a joke to call someone gay? That's my question. Is that like?
No.
Is that
we're getting into some deep stuff here.
Humans are all perfect in their own individual way. Everyone's terrific. It's not.
That's what I think. I think it doesn't matter if you take the fucking deep dicking or not. It's like,
not all of us have that type of hammer. You know what I mean?
Right.
The whole hammer.
The whole hammer.
The whole hammer. Just sledgehammer.
Speaking of sexuality, Speaking of sexuality, it's been a very sexual week on the Kirk Minahan show and in the world surrounding it. And Tara had a very interesting take when the semen discussion came up.
Yeah.
So you were comparing it to breast milk. Is that right, Tara? I've never tried. I can't say I've ever tried. Well, I'm sure I did when I was a young lad, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know why I brought it up because I don't have any kids and have never experienced that in my life. But it came to my mind just because it's a part of you and it comes out of you. And I don't know. I thought.
So does pee, Tara.
Yeah, I get. Well, some people do pee too. You know?
Golden showers, you know.
That's true.
Yeah. I don't know. It came to my mind, and I'm sure people have tried it. I'm sure men are curious about trying breast milk too, even as an adult.
I think they say breast milk is like good for you, isn't it? Isn't it better for you than
Yeah.
So I say try all your fluids, folks. That's what Mike Geary's here to tell you.
Exactly. Let's normalize it, as I said on the lady show.
The men in the room, have you tried your own? Yay or nay? Before we move on from this topic forever. No one has. No one's with me.
What? You're lying. You're lying. Both of you are lying out of your teeth.
I'm not lying. I smelled it.
I would fucking tell you. If I tasted my own cum, I'd fucking tell you.
I smelled it. I've never tasted it.
Yeah, you were like,
that's hard not to smell.
What's it smell like? Listen,
when it's on your hand, you're washing your hands. You want to see if it's off your hands,
right? I mean, sometimes it happens, you know.
But how? Like what? You have to actually, because I think you said before the show that it was on your hand and you licked it, right?
But someone as curious as you are, Matt, you weren't curious about tasting it?
No.
Come on. I think there's gonna be a spike in these numbers. By the way,
You know what the worst thing about tasting it is?
Tell me.
Telling your parents you're gay.
Wait, but then you'd be gay for yourself.
Now, TJ, that's just not fun. What's wrong with that?
I know. Sorry, bad joke.
Jesus. So the first thing I guess we can get into today is this guy Mark Madden that piped up over the week or yesterday, I guess. For those that don't remember, I don't know. Do you guys even remember the last time we talked about him on the show? Does anyone remember?
No. How did he come up before?
I want to say we were doing bad radio, and Steve might have pulled sound of him. I don't exactly remember why we were talking about him, but we put the video up that day, and Mark Madden started going after me, saying that I was essentially a fake radio personality. Like I was this fake blind character. Like I was pretending to be blind, basically. And then a bunch of the Minifans started tweeting at him saying, "You're a fucking idiot." No, he's not.
Oh, yeah.
So then he put out this long it was a weird, like, well, I believe that it's inspirational what he's done as a disabled person working in broadcasting. It's truly inspirational, but he's also an asshole for the thing he said in the video or something like that. So we went back and forth, and I said, "Why don't you come on?" Or I said, "Would you be willing to come on Kirk's show?" And he said, "No, I wouldn't give him the ratings," as if A, that's how podcasts work, and B, that would in any way boost Kirk's weight. Hey, gang, we got Mark Madden on this week. Come and listen.
Great.
Big news.
The 5,000 people in Pittsburgh will love it.
And then I think even before that, I guess Kirk and Jerry went after him years ago. I think it might have even been when John Dennis was on the show, where they made fun of him for some awful segment or something. And then he went off on them but wouldn't come on their show. It's a whole thing where this guy is the biggest pussy ever. Yet he starts these Twitter beefs. And yesterday, if you missed it, I tweeted out from the show account the clip of us talking about him, and I just called him a hack or something. And he replied, "Oh, I messed up the interview. I'm going to have to go away with mental health problems." And it's like, okay, so now you're making fun of Kirk because he has suicidal thoughts, I guess, which has nothing to do with this. So then it got into a minor beef, and we started calling his show. And I think Justin has a little bit of what it sounded like when anyone from Boston tried to get through to this show.
Something Jericho did and something Bagwell and Scott Steiner did that I had a little bit of input on. Let's go to Mike. Mike, you're on with Double M.
Double M, he calls himself.
Mike, you there?
That's weird. Mike's call didn't get through. That was strange.
Let's go to Tim. Tim, ask Mark anything.
Double M. Quick question for you.
What up, man?
Called him Double M.
Did they drop it?
412.
Oh, that's weird. That was the familiar voice of Tim from
note I had.
Yeah.
And I assume I didn't get to hear it, but I assume on their end anyways, I assume the mic that he hung up was on me because that was around the time I got hung up on as well. So this pussy told it what happened to me was the producer came on and said, "We're not taking any calls with your area code." So they spanned, because I don't have a Boston area code, so they really searched around to find mine.
What are they afraid of?
I was going to ask, basically just why were you tweeting about Kirk Minahan today? In maybe a slightly more offensive way than that, but that was the gist of my question. So I don't know what he's afraid of because he's going off on Twitter about it.
But it's like at this point, why are you going to be online saying all these things, but you clearly can't, back your words up or have the confidence to go on a show and, talk to the person straight on. Like it's stupid to hide behind your computer like that, especially going after Kirk. It seems almost just out of the blue, right?
Yeah, I will say in his defense, I kind of started it because I tagged him. The clip I actually wanted was when we found out that he got duped by a Minifan, but the first one Will sent me was that, and I was like, "Oh, Mark Madden looks like an idiot. This will still be kind of funny." So I tagged him in it. I called him a hack. So I did start it. So I'll at least give him that. But if you're not going to do it on your show, like that's where the entertainment should be. If you think there's something there to go after someone, do it on your show. People will listen, maybe for once.
Yeah. So if you don't want to do that every day, I guess I kind of get it. Like, maybe that's not the kind of show he wants, but every once in a while, why wouldn't you want to have something on your show that just breaks up like the everyday monotony of what you do, talking about, Sidney Crosby and Ben Roethlisberger? Like, why don't we have some guy and argue, tell him why I don't like him? Yeah, you don't have to do it every day. Once in a while, you don't think that would be interesting for other people to listen to?
Especially now when there's nothing to fucking talk.
Yeah, especially.
There's no fucking sports to talk about. What are you going to talk about?
Well, I'll tell you, TJ. It's funny you ask because I was told I could only get on the air. My question was like slightly different to try to get on, and they go, "Well, That's not about sports. You can ask. You can ask. I said I want to know what he's watching now that that there's no sports on, and she goes, "Well, you can ask what sports programming he's watching." And I was like,
That's so stupid.
he could just answer. First of all, he could just answer with sports programming if he really wanted to. But what's the fucking difference? Why can't he tell me?
There's nothing on for sports.
The only thing that's on for sports right now is Big Cat's horse racing in his living room.
No,
It's true.
I won't allow this to
Must
be
see.
a
Quick
promotional
plug.
tool for you two. You
Just
two
like, who
cocksuckers.
cares about sports? I feel like it's the same thing over and over again. It's just like overrated at this point.
Well, Tara, if you're not a sports fan, you may not know that this is what every network is doing now.
Well,
Even radio stations, they're playing old games.
Yeah, I know. I remember you guys were talking about like some stations were playing old college basketball and playing old like.
Wait.
Yes,
Mr. Carano.
Yeah.
Is that Bailey's Irish coffee? What do you have?
Isn't that my meme?
Hey, there's no drinking allowed on this
Oh,
show.
my God.
Get that out of
Well,
here.
not for you.
No,
You
no,
can't
I'm
control yourself.
Oh, is that how it works?
I'm actually pretty excited.
Hey,
I
we
love
have
Bailey's.
someone in recovery, Matt. Please be considerate.
I'm kidding. Drink up, friends.
Yeah.
Wait.
Is that water in that thing right there, Mike?
You'll never know.
Yeah,
I don't
well.
know. Is it? Of course.
I got Corona, so
Perfect.
it's good.
I did like your coronavirus joke, TJ, on the OG Minifan show. I really
Yes.
enjoyed that.
I bought a 12-pack of these. That should last me 12 episodes.
How's that going? You said you filmed an episode.
Yeah,
today.
we did an
You're
episode
still allowed
today.
to be on that show.
I am still allowed. Thank God. It's me and Steve from Providence, and today we had a guest host named John Featherson.
Okay.
It did a real good job. We touched on his subjects and talked about a little bit about the activist from Sherburne and the Globe.
I'm very surprised that would come up with John Featherston. I
Yeah,
find it
it's
bizarre
really
that he
weird.
would mention that.
This is the guy that was outside the Boston Globe holding a boombox
Yes.
with the song of rape blaring.
One of you said
a good
before the
song.
show, I forget which one, maybe Andrew said before the show that John Featherston and the Steve's a Liar guy are two unsung, like they want no credit. You talk about clout chasers in this world, which I'm starting to really hate that term, but you talk about people like that that really
It's for the love of the game.
really want you to notice them.
For the love of the
John
game.
Featherston's the complete opposite. He doesn't care if you even know his name. In fact, his name's not even on Twitter. It's all politics is local or whatever he's on there.
It's
as.
true.
So
He's
John
a-
Featherston's one of the great men. I got to get him in on here someday.
Absolute
Do you
legend.
think he hates Murchison worse than Kirk? He must, right? Because he got
Oh,
him fired from a couple jobs, right?
He might, in the sense that I think Featherston's life is still devoted to Murchison. Like he really hates that. I don't
Yeah.
know if you can hate Murchison more than Kirk does, but
That's true.
It's all it consumes Featherston, which I respect.
I don't
love
know that
about-
backstory. What can someone summarize? Like,
Well,
what the hell happened?
there's going to be a lot of that backstory on tomorrow's episode.
Okay,
but
cool. Yeah,
All right, so we won't
anyway.
spoil it.
No,
But
no,
yeah,
no.
he had his own dealings in the town of Ashland, or was it Sherborne
Ashland.
itself? Yeah, Ashland. right.
Ashland. Yeah, it was something to do.
I
with
listened to that
health-
Spike podcast on EEI that Kirk did with him before it got
Yeah.
spiked, and that went into pretty deep, like into depth about how that guy was just fucking with this guy's life for basically no reason other than he didn't like his politics.
Yeah,
You know,
he did that on the Minifan show as well. He gave a good explanation, but actually, it's a story I've heard a couple times now. But it's good that he did that on your show because I think there's a generation of Minifans and Mincels that have never heard that story.
Yeah, I didn't know it. I'll check it out.
I mean, and Matt, like you said, the biggest thing was during the time, like from 2016 to 2000, right up until the present day now, probably until this fall. What happened was, he's trying to get that. I know Kirk touched on it, talking about the 3-acre lot across from his 13-acre lot that he was trying to get. Whatever there's going to be built there was negative impact on his land, which is ridiculous. And I was actually thrown out. But during the course of all this litigation and stuff, he's going after all the sponsors from WEI, trying to get Kirk and Jerry off the radio. It was a big mess, and he's a complete assoul. So
I know
John
that part. I
Featherston's
just
one of the
don't know the
greats.
Featherstone part, but I'll watch tomorrow and check it out.
you and 4 other people.
Do you think he's moved on to a different person to like target and like try to, or do you think he's just done with it? I feel like he has to have a new enemy.
Not
That's a
to
great
spoil
question,
it,
actually.
but
go ahead.
John comes out and he has some insight into that and what.
Oh,
happened.
good.
Good.
So,
That's interesting. Yeah, I wonder. I mean, I guess we'll find out. Is that coming up tomorrow, TJ? Tomorrow night?
I believe it's tomorrow. Yeah.
All right, perfect. Yeah, go watch the OG Minifan show. I would assume it sounds to me a guy like that always has And even while the Kirk stuff, while the Kirk stuff was going on, he probably had these small real estate dealings where he was fucking with people too. So I imagine there's not just one enemy at a time.
Yeah, no, he had a business to run. You know, he has a business, employees, and he's sitting there with all that.
That's the most bizarre thing is he's probably a busy guy, I would think, right? Or maybe not. Maybe
I'll put this in perspective. I have my own business. I'm running out of my office up here by myself. I barely have time for anything.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, how do you have time to do all this stuff? Like, isn't that tiring?
Hey, Kirk
Erica said she got like 100 emails. I remember Erica Nardini in one of the videos said she got like hundreds of emails, like
400,
and that was just her.
400, and that was probably rather than whatever the opposite of exaggerating, downplaying it.
Right.
And that, I mean, Kirk said it a million times, but like the devotion you have to have is unprecedented. Like that's like nothing you've ever seen before.
Yeah,
I guess
well,
John
you're fucking crazy.
That makes him a shitbag. Makes him a shitbag. Really does.
He's going to die a very bad death. He's going to be alone, and he's going to think about all the hateful shit he did throughout his life, and he's going to hate his life.
I proposed that to John today, Matt, where I said, 30 years from now, he's going to be 89, and he's going to be 89 laying on his deathbed wondering, oh, hey, what the fuck
what did I do with my life? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and then it's too late, but whatever, that's what he deserved.
Wouldn't be too soon.
It is there. I mean, this has been said a million times too, but there's a party that kind of pities him because that's just a sad way to live. But
true.
I'll let John explain the story tomorrow on the OG Minifans show. I think my favorite Featherston moment is only because it makes me laugh. Is a couple months ago when there was nothing. There was not a particular battle going on with the Globe at that time. It's just the usual bullshit that's always ongoing with them. But John Featherston is outside Globe headquarters with speakers playing. Was it Rape? It might have been.
It was
Rape that he was playing outside.
He messaged me asking my permission to use it. I'm like, of course, dude.
That's the part about it. Is John Featherston's the kind of guy that would ask you permission. He looks like he would be a background character in House of Cards. Like he looks like a perfect, polished politician, and yet he's doing that type of shit. That's why I love the guy.
I can't thank Matt enough for that song.
Matt, are you afraid Rape is your song that's just going to be tough to top? Because I mean that's an A1 song. It's what's it called? Play Freebird. I feel like that might be you, buddy.
I know. Well, actually, I think the harder thing is now people know me, like Kirk and people on the show know me more. It's hard. I think there's a bias when people listen to the songs now because you already know who I am, which is tough to overcome, I think. So,
there's something to that. But we'll still, I mean, when you put a funny one out, we'll still laugh.
Since Rape, I think I've sent 5 or 6 tunes in, so.
Yeah, they're never bad. It's just that's tough to beat.
I thought the one about the producer was funny, of like the tennis match. That one was pretty good.
Thank you. Yeah. Oh, I love Meth and Pot. That's my favorite one.
That's a great one. There's not enough people know who that guy is.
Yeah, that's true.
I know. That guy was a shooting star.
Yes.
I wish there was
shining bright.
I wish he stuck to his anger because it was a weird thing where he went off. And anyone that doesn't know what we're talking about, the guy that did the play-by-play with me for the tennis match, he went off on Twitter saying so we made fun of him. And that was the idea, that it would be a bad play-by-play combo, me and him. And me and Cullinan kind of made fun of him, and then on the show, the three of us made fun of him. And he went off on Twitter saying, "Fuck you guys! I did this bullshit for free, and fuck you for making fun." Went off. And he's like, "I demand to be on the show to say my piece." And I was like, I like this guy. This guy's a character.
Had he ever listened to the show?
That was the question. It's like,
I guess not.
Know?
But then, like 10 minutes later,
you were hiring for a tennis match?
Yeah. I think
you were just like, "Hey, come down and do this." He's like, "I love doing sports. I love tennis matches." Yeah, I mean that's.
But then after we started tweeting, like, "Look at this guy going nuts." He messages and he's like, "Hey, I'm sorry. I'm in a bad place. I was taking my anger out on you guys. It's all." I was like, "No. Act like you keep this. I like this guy. This guy can come on the show." He's like, "Well, if you want me on," and me and Steve were both kind of like,
"No.
Well, if you're not angry at us, what's the point? If you don't think we're assholes, what are we gonna do?" But I do miss that guy, Scott. But what I wanted to ask you, Matt, about your songwriting is there seems like almost a pressure on you to come after the Steve's a Liar guy now. But I don't understand how you can, really.
I think it's a tough. I wrote a song. It's ready to go. I consulted my morality, and both my wife and Chris said you can't send this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like it's too much.
What?
Meaning it's bad or it's
No, it's not bad. I think based on what I had. So I've got we've communicated, Tim and I. We've communicated
Whoa.
a
I
bit
don't like
because of the
We're breaking the code of silence. We've got to break the fourth wall.
maybe that's his name. I don't know. Through like because of the show, the Wilbur show. So, and of course I looked at, it's not hard to look into someone once you know their name and some other stuff. He also left metadata on songs he sent to me. So it wasn't hard to figure out a little bit more about him. And we've communicated. So I do have stuff. So based on the limited stuff that I have, I think I have some good stuff. I wrote a song, but I was ready to send it.
As long as it doesn't include his name or address, I can't really see why it would be a huge deal.
That's not his real name.
My wife is
right?
like, Matt, you wouldn't normally you would not send you're the type of person you value people's privacy. You wouldn't do this. And I'm like, I feel like I gotta. But both her and Chris are like, you can't send this. So
I say send it. Let Steve decide if it's because we don't want to dox the guy either.
Why would I trust?
You're gonna have to
Steve
send it
now.
now.
Why would I trust Steve with that? I trust my own fucking.
Steve's always
morality.
been very trustworthy with audio. I would say send it to him.
It's not that. It's more I trust my morality more than I trust Steve's. But I don't know that I feel pressure. I think Steve's a liar guy. I'm actually kind of flattered that he writes songs about me. Honestly, I think it's pretty.
I think once Kirk figures this out, he's gonna twist your arm and make you send it in.
I would send it to Kirk if he promised me it wouldn't go on the podcast.
No, he promised me that. Don't worry. Yeah, it's
like a Pluto.
Yeah, listen, I talked to him the other day. Said it was fine.
Similar to Matt, I can't make gifts of people who are faceless. You know what I mean?
What? That's true.
I can't do it. I don't know what am I going to do? Take their avatar that's a pond and be like, oh, look, someo's hurting a
like
pond.
an egg.
Great. Or an egg. Yeah, what I call it when they don't have one, it calls it a gaping taint because that's what it looks like.
That's interesting.
Mike, did you find it odd that Kirk let Tim, we'll call him, we let him go? So
it's not his real name, right? Are you just fucking
that's probably not his name, but
because I don't want to dox the guy, honestly.
Did you think it was weird that that Kirk let him go so fast? Like it seemed like he didn't want to ask him any questions.
Well,
when he was on the phone.
I don't think Kirk wants to expose the guy the way you've decided to do on this program. I think if he wants to be private, he should be allowed to be private. I mean, to be fair,
I thought you were doing it behind the music with him. I thought you were doing it behind the music with him.
Me? No, I've never spoken to him.
I thought you did it with. I thought you were doing it with other people too. Other than the guys
I did one with the other not Matt and not Steve's liar guy. The third rate.
Steve murdered me guy, right?
Yep, Steve murdered me, and McLean is my home.
What the hell's the
two Bens?
The two Bens. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
No, but didn't you feel like so Steve's a liar guy called in? So I mean, he's already kind of offering himself up. Do you think I thought it was kind of a missed opportunity for Kirk to not
he called in, but he didn't call in. He didn't which I don't know how he did it, but he pinpointed that. Like he
got right in. So I think Steve knew he was calling.
Maybe.
I called 24 times, the customary 24 times that day, and I couldn't get in.
Yeah, well, I need to start calling earlier.
If Betsy calls in, I think she'll get right on it. Don't worry.
I'll try that on Monday.
Let Betsy know. Tara, how are things? It seems like things have calmed down. Actually, it seems like anytime you're not on the Minifan Ladies show, things go awry. Or were you on when Dee Dee was on? I can't remember.
I was on with her once, I believe, or maybe twice. And then shit hit the fan. And then Lauren wanted to do a rotating show, which, fine by me, I'm like, whatever. And then
it sounds like a little tension there, but keep going.
Oh no. I'm just saying that, so then after that, I guess the whole Dee Dee Lauren thing happened, and then next time they were like, okay, we're gonna do the show and you're on. So I guess I'm here, and I, who knows if I'll be on again, maybe next week, but I'm just kind of going with the flow. I don't like drama. I have no time for it,
Very, very good. Well, I hope things calm down with I hope Dee Dee's all right. Has anyone heard from her? No.
I heard today they erased themselves from the Discord.
Oh man! Well, I hope everything's all right with them because they're both genuinely seem like nice people. Despite,
a wise man once said, "I've been vanished like a fart in the wind."
I did see. I did
You
see
get
on
jokes like that
Twitter-
tomorrow night on the OG Minifans show.
I did see something on Twitter that someone made a new Obviously account to replace old Obviously, but I'm not exactly sure. I
I don't know
cannot
how I
confirm
don't know how I
that.
feel about that. I don't know
He
if
was
we
a
can
nice
have
guy.
duplicates.
I met him in Madawaska. He's a nice guy.
He's a
Tara,
very
I
nice guy. Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, what are you going to do wedding wise? Are you going to wait till the Wilbur actually happens?
Maybe. I don't know. We do have
You already
some.
kicked him to the curb?
Oh
Come
no,
on.
I love him.
Okay,
Uh,
okay.
Yeah, we do have plans. And yeah, not anytime soon, but within the next few years. But of course, maybe
So,
something will happen at the Wilbur.
how long have you been together with your fiance?
Almost 11 years.
Jesus.
Wow.
And it's got to be tough. Well, you said not for another few years you're going to get married, right? Because I'm going to say it's got to be miserable to try and plan a wedding now because
Right.
no one knows when anything's going to happen.
Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't thinking of next year just because, it takes a lot of, it's financially a lot. And we just moved in in our own place not too long ago. So it's just, waiting for the right time.
Why don't we get the show on the road and call it the Minifan wedding?
I know.
Right?
Well,
And then we
that's the thing.
Get everybody donating to your wedding and everybody shows up. It's like we'll
Yeah.
get married at the
You don't
Abbey
need
down in
family and
Sherburne.
friends there. We'll come. It'll be
Well,
fun.
yeah, I'll start a GoFundMe and we can just,
1,000 Minifans. That's
we can do it over Zoom or
as long as,
something.
as long as you can feed them all.
No, well, we got Steve. He can, work
There
his
you go.
magic and cook for everybody.
Nothing like hot dogs and beans for a wedding snack.
And then Harry Minahan can be the ring bearer.
Oh, it's
Perfect.
all coming together.
That's cute.
Kate can be, she might be a little bit older. She can be the
Little
flower
older.
girl.
Yeah.
But they can all have a role, of course. So
Last thing I wanted to ask you guys before we maybe bring some calls in just in a minute. But first, I want to know. I guess I'll go around to all of you. How is your? Because I'm genuinely curious. How have your listening habits changed? You guys might not be the perfect people to ask because you're all diehards, but I'm curious how, just in general, people's listening habits have changed now that they're not commuting to work, they're not sitting in their office all day, whatever it is. Andrew, I'll start with you.
Well, I got laid off at the car dealership I work at because of this whole disaster. So hopefully just
Sorry,
for a
buddy.
couple weeks. Hopefully just for a couple weeks, and then I'll be back. But I've been able to listen more because I am sitting here and doing nothing. And college is off right now too, so it's not like I can really do anything else other than listen and watch TV. So I've been listening a lot.
So you will just sit around. That's the one thing I wanted because I'll do that too. but
I'll
I
go for
wonder if
walks.
some people- I do. The same
I'll
thing.
take my dog for a walk. That's pretty much it. I'll take my dog for a walk and listen.
Yeah, TJ, you.
I have been twice as busy as I usually am. I'm on pace to double my salary from last year, and
They can't pay that much, huh?
It's oh boy, you don't know.
Huh.
It's really good, but it could go away in like that. Could be gone. So I gotta go as fast as I can, get as much as I can, and then maybe take the summer off, hang out, maybe make some music, do what I want to do, which is what Matt does, and hang out at a studio, play my guitars, and just crank it and have fun.
So you've been able to listen more or less because of that?
Less, way less. So my listening is like I try to listen to some of the YouTube shows. Like I tried to watch the movie the other night. This is a fucking disaster. I thought watching the movie, I thought you guys were gonna have the movie on and then have you guys three on the side so I could watch the movie with you. And I didn't know
I think we would get kicked off of YouTube for that. I think that's why we didn't do it.
Well, I didn't know, so I was like, what am I watching this countdown for? And then I was like, oh, yeah, shit. And now I'm like, all right. So I watched some of the clips.
Always on the ball.
Because I have HBO. So, but it was the movie sucks. Sorry, poor. Really,
is that what you deduced from that? The movie sucked. That was the funny thing the other night was people like, I don't get it. Why didn't they pick a good movie? It's like that.
Well, no, because then there's nothing to talk about.
Hey guys, good scene coming up. Hold on, watch this. Oh,
Mike,
it was
Mike,
good.
I think you and I see eye to eye when it comes to movies. Well, one of us sees pretty good, but
shoehorn that line in. All right.
no, I'm a big comedy guy. So like, I used to like Don Knotts, the old time comedies, Caddyshack, stuff like that. That's why
you really pegged me. We do see eye to eye. You and I, big Don Knotts fans.
What about Cobra though? Do you
28
like
fucking
do you
years
like that
old.
movie? Is Cobra?
I
in
know.
Cobra?
Yeah, no, I love Cobra.
Yeah, Cobra's good.
Matt, have your listening habits changed at all?
Yeah, business dried up for me. All my marketing clients went goodbye, so I've been scrounging to try to find other ones, which has made. Actually, I was able to find a couple things, which is good, but it made me more busy. So I don't know. I'm like half a show behind. I'm like midway through Friday. No, it's not. Normally, I'm pretty up to date every day, but it was a little bit harder.
And Tara, I think you said you listen. You've been caught up, right?
Yeah, I haven't been, there hasn't been anything in the way of me listening more or less. It's pretty much the same. I'm always, I'm able to listen to the whole show as soon as it drops. So I'm on target with it.
It's an interesting time with that shit. It'll be interesting to see some of the numbers because everyone's saying, like, when this started, everyone was like, this is a perfect time for content creators. But then you wonder if people have as much time to listen to everything that's out there because now everyone's doing that. Even celebrities that don't have necessarily a radio show or whatever, but now everyone's got time to just do bullshit on Instagram or whatever it is. So
it's such a funny. Like you gave me November. Yeah, I'm like, holy shit, great things is on. I got to get in, or you invite me on Mike and the Minifans. I'd be all excited. And like this week, I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. I don't mind being on Mike and the Minifans doing the OG, but I'm really like strapped for time. Like, and it's it's the opposite of everybody else. And I kind of feel badly. Like I have friends that are being laid off. And they don't. My problem is having the little boy and the daycare's closed, and now I'm scrambling to have someone come over here and watch him while I'm actually trying to do work while my wife's a nurse at the biggest medical center in Maine, and worried about her, you know what I mean? So in all reality, it's fucking close and scary.
Yeah, it's got to be like, luckily my life hasn't changed that dramatically, but for a lot of people it's got to be. I can't imagine what people are going through right now, honestly.
It happened quick. Like my job was just basically like we're going strong. The appointments at our car dealership were slowing down, and all of a sudden one day they were just like, yeah, actually we're just gonna close down for like a month. It all happened so quick. Like I kind of expected it, but I mean, it really has like fucked up my life. It's not. I mean, it is what it is. But hopefully it's just for a month. But yeah, everything just happened so quick. It's like boom, we're shut down.
Not a microcosm of exactly what you're talking about, but tonight I went on a mission to try to find some Chinese food. Zero Chinese food.
Really?
Zero.
I mean, it makes I get it, but yeah, it's strange that no one's staying open.
Oh, I mean, just one egg roll, man. That's all I want.
I did find toilet paper.
Just one.
I found toilet paper, so that's good.
I'll keep it.
And I just wanted to have fun and come on the show, and then Mike made it seem like I was begging him to come on in that intro. It just threw me right down.
No,
I just wanted to break up the monotony of the day, Mike. I'm sorry if I asked too many times, buddy.
Andrew's not begging at all. I just forgot that I told him he could be on, and then I was like, oh shit. Well, the only reason I care is because sometimes it can be a clusterfuck, but I feel like we've done a good job managing the conversation.
It's been great.
But now let's get a little crazier. Let's get some calls in here. Hot that phone up, Justin. I gotta say, both on the Go For, like I think the last Go For Geary I did, which not a lot of people watched, but I think it was one of the better ones, if not the best one. We got a lot of good calls. We've been getting good calls on the show, so hopefully people have some good questions saved up on a Saturday night here. Hello, caller.
How you doing?
Hello.
I hear someone.
Hello.
Hey, jackass.
Hey, is this Blind Mike?
It certainly is.
Yes! I love this motherfucker.
Is this John Stewart?
On the board.
John, you fucking call of the week.
Hey, I'm a big Tara fan. Tara, are you wearing something that's kind of sort of pink?
Yes.
Where's this going, John?
Because there's kind of like a pink glow all around you.
Why don't you talk dirty to her, John?
The pink. Oh, I don't know. Jesus Christ.
Why don't you tell her if you like that thing she's wearing?
No, I thought it was okay. Hey, Matt,
be
what's
careful.
up?
It is YouTube.
Not much. I tried to tag you on Twitter, but I don't know your Twitter handle. When I said you had an amazing call, whatever that was on Wednesday.
Tony Stewart guy or something?
Is that your what? Do you have an
Tony
actual
Stewart
Twitter, John?
guy?
Well,
people should be following you.
People should be following you. It was a great call. It was my favorite of the week.
Hey, Mike. There's a very famous producer in Boston named Kenny Muck Myers, who was the producer for many years of the Larry Glick Show. And I think he's still around. And he's a blind gentleman.
Oh, did you message me about that recently?
Would you be interested if the three of us could sit down for a talk?
The three of us?
Yeah.
If I can film it, I think that might be interesting. Sure.
because he's somebody who goes back to the 70s and 80s of when Boston radio was really something, and he knew a lot about producing. So
Yeah, you have a Twitter, John? John,
I'll put it all together.
do you have a Twitter? God
Stay
damn
with
it.
us.
Yeah, I'm on Twitter.
All right, send me a message and we'll talk. But also promote your Twitter. Let people follow you.
Great. Hey, so TJ, big fan
Your fucking Twitter.
This guy's electric.
Go ahead, John. I can hear you. Go ahead. Hey, John, before we start, why don't you give us your Twitter handle?
Hey, John, go ahead. Please go ahead.
Yeah, it's Stuart Dad 2003.
Stuart Guy 2003. Everybody get that? Go ahead, John. Let's take. You got a question for me? Take it.
So I'm finding the same thing, that it's hard to get through all the content. So do you have any suggestions on how to kind of pick and choose? I had to drop Jerry entirely.
You just keep watching this channel. The KMS comes out at 11, and you might at 11 o'clock listen to it or listen to it throughout the day, but catch a lot of that YouTube stuff at night.
Kirk alone is giving you a good amount of content.
The channel is turning out some content, decent stuff. So,
well, thanks everybody for your contributions. I hope everybody gets through the coronavirus and washes their hands and drinks plenty of water.
Thank you,
buddy.
Thank
that cure.
Bye.
Great American, John Stewart. The John Stewart in my
At least I got the handle out of him, guys.
No, Stuart Guy 2000.
Seems like a very genuinely nice guy.
It's not him?
It's not. I just looked for Stuart Guy 2003. It's not him. Why is he playing
find
porn?
John Stewart's Twitter handle? Tell me what it is.
Up at the meat market.
Now I
What's your
have to
beef?
know.
Fucking find it, someone. Jesus Christ.
All right. Hello, caller. Hopefully this person can hear me.
Yeah, you're pretty hard to hear, but I just got a crazy fucking story to tell you.
Let's hear it.
Make it quick.
Or drag it out, whichever.
My God.
Huh?
Go.
Let's go.
Jesus
Christ. So,
Time is of the essence.
COVID-19.
Oh, boy.
COVID-19.
This comes
This men at 10?
from China and living animals. But what it really comes from is the Old Testament. So, first, this will be 90 seconds or less. David?
No.
King David.
10
middle of
seconds.
history. They said he was in the middle of history from the time God came, David, and
Is he on
then
a
those
treadmill?
years added after David died, and the world.
Mike, I'm going to need you to step in here.
Yeah.
You've been knocked out,
In
pal.
2022.
I forgot what I was doing. I forgot I was doing a show. I was in a trance.
You got to knock him out.
Justin, let's go to the actually, Justin, pop in for a second if you can.
Pop in.
He's out.
Yeah, you've been knocked out, pal.
Justin, why can people not hear me? What's different than the other day? Anything we can fix there?
People can hear you just fine.
Okay. That guy said he couldn't hear me, and it seemed like John Stewart.
Operator error.
Yeah, well, John Stewart was also calling 5 times a minute since 7 o'clock. So,
I love that guy.
and I think the other guy might have been, a Bible thumper, but
Let's take this.
goodbye.
Thank you, buddy.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
John Stewart, a great man. He was I'm sure he was calling before the show even started, if I had to
Definitely.
guess. What's up, caller?
Jesus Christ.
I mean, this is we're just not gonna be able to do this. Hello?
My God.
This is about to get very tense.
Hello.
Yeah, what's up?
No, nothing. I'm glad I can finally hear you now.
Nothing.
I'm really glad to see that Justin shaved his beard. It really makes me happy. And I don't know why I just called, to be honest.
All right, thanks, man.
2 for 2, baby. 2 for 2.
Did I not? This is I have to say it's entirely my fault because I.
Why is it your
this-
fault that they can't fucking talk?
I started this by saying how great
The callers suck. It's like sports
Jesus
radio.
Christ,
It's
get
like sports
up,
radio. They're
asshole.
terrible.
If they're almost as bad, it's making
Hello,
the show
caller.
better.
Hola.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's
Hola.
part's true.
Hello?
Hola.
What's up?
Hola.
Oh, I got a question.
Hola.
We get it. You can't hear me. Just what do you want?
Go for
Oh,
it.
is it safe to play night crawlers during quarantine?
It's a great question. I think that's the time for night crawlers. I think that's what
That way you
night
put
crawlers are
worms in
made.
your dick hole? What is that?
It's,
Is that an Always Sunny reference?
Always Sunny reference, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I don't we play night crawlers anymore, huh?
Andrew gets it.
It's one of my favorite show of all time.
Hello, caller.
What? Hey, how you doing, guys?
What's up?
Fine.
man?
My God, I just called
Hi, buddy.
all guys and girls. Sorry, Tara. Sorry, Tara. All right, so anyway, I'm here driving down the street. There's no cops out. I'm drunk. And I'm trying to call you
Jesus.
guys at the same time. Well, I'm going to get Domino's, TJ. I'm going to get Domino's right now.
Get
Let's
fucking
do it.
delivery, Get delivery, you maniac.
Pull over. Pull over.
Pull over and get it delivered. Don't do that.
If he's living in Maine, it's perfectly fine. Just go get yourself a
One at a
Brooklyn
time,
style.
one at a
No,
time.
no, we can't condone that on this show.
Oh, all right.
No.
You might be driving a
That
tricycle.
is
I don't
that
know.
is not
It's fine,
good.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everybody relax. Everybody relax. It's fine. It's fine. All right.
Usually when people say it's fine, it's not. But
I
The
can
reason why I
attest to
called
that, Tara.
is because Tara is a baddie, and if her man can't satisfy, I got these 12 inches that will do it right.
Oh my God.
You've got nothing.
You do sound sufficiently drunk to make that call at this time of night.
Justin always has his finger on the pulse of when to hang up on.
Not surprisingly, I expected at least 4 calls.
Oh, you can't hang up on him?
Talk.
No, it's all Justin.
Oh boy,
but he knows. What
Justin, we gotta have a better trigger finger.
Hello.
Hey, am I on?
You sure are.
Yes, sir, pal.
Hey, what's going on? This is Cowboy Kirk, and I have a proposition for you, Mr. Geary.
Let's hear it.
So, a lot of my business is breeding horses, inseminating mares, collecting stallions, and whatnot.
All right.
Is this Mike
if you wouldn't
Manansky?
mind coming out to California and doing some of the semen testing on these stallions for me? I know you got a sharp tongue for that kind of thing.
I'll tell you if if the right people approve the health risks of that, I'd be willing to try it. Sure.
if the money is good, right?
Yeah, if the money's good, of course.
That's right.
Dr. Scrooge Tooth Geary.
It's got a lot of protein.
That's what a whore I am. Is I'm like, well, if it'll get a few views on Instagram, I guess.
No, I'm not.
Thank you, Tara.
The game is the game.
Yes, caller.
Hey, what's saucing, everybody?
What's
saucing? This is Neil in Boston. First off, Jon Stewart's Twitter handle was Stewart Dad 2003, not Stewart Dad.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I looked it up and it's there.
All right. He's a great man. Everyone go follow him.
And then secondly, I was wondering if you saw that Family Matters Instagram video of you guys for like the intro to KMS. And I was wondering what your favorite.
Of course we saw it. Intern Nick did a great job with that. I thought it was very funny. Anyone who didn't see it on the Kirkman Show on Instagram, intern Nick put together the intro to Family Matters, but it's the intro to the Kirk Minahan Show,
I love
which was
it.
very funny.
I love it.
Very good job.
Yeah, go check that out. Anything else, buddy?
That's it. Keep on keeping on.
All right, man. Thanks for the call. Yeah, it was very good. I got to say, intern Nick has been the best between who's run the Instagram so far. I think Cullinane, Will, and Nick have essentially all had their fingers in the pie. And I would say
that guy who
does.
There was someone else who was had his fingers in the Instagram for a little bit.
Yeah, not too
Oh, well, yeah, that guy too. But yeah, no, intern Nick's been the best one.
Well, it's tough competition.
Yes,
Born in the North cracks me up too.
Justin hates Kelleher so much that he had to pipe. He never talks on this show, and he had to pipe in to get that one in. Hello, caller.
Yes.
What's up?
I was wondering about the prank call map. Has that been updated by any chance?
I haven't seen the latest update. I think we've got roughly 15. I think if you're eliminating me and Tim from Canton and Steve, I think we're at about 2. But
that's great.
Yeah, I think we're about 15 in. So fire away. You should have most of America to play with.
Go get them.
All right.
All right, man.
All right. Well, sounds good then. I'll
Thanks
keep
for
going.
the call.
Don't forget Puerto Rico.
Yeah, maybe people have been like Matt and TJ and just working too hard over the last week, but not a lot of prank calls coming in. And where the fuck is Matt from Providence, by the way? Does anyone?
I thought
He tweeted.
Tucked fucking tail between his legs and ran away like a little
What did he say, Tar?
He said that he's been busy and thanks for
his own gum.
Mayo tweeted him. Mayo tweeted him and he replied. He's just
I hope
been
he's all right. I haven't heard from him since he left with coronavirus-like symptoms last week.
He's with MHB. They're hanging out together.
Oh, good. Well,
Somewhere away.
at least he's got
Tasting each other's cum?
I think
No.
so.
Yeah.
What's up, caller?
Sorry, John.
Hello.
Hey guys, it's Carl.
What's up?
How's it going?
Great.
Having a good night.
Hanging in
What do
there.
we got?
Mike.
Let's go.
Went to Westfield State as well.
Hey, go
how's
Owls.
the counseling sessions going?
How's the counseling sessions going? They're going good. It's been weirder. I don't like it over the phone as much, although I'll say week 2 was better than week 1. The only reason I don't like it is there's a lot of me making a point and then him kind of like not hearing it right away, or him saying something and me go, "What? I'm sorry, what's that?"
You gotta redo it.
Yeah, that's me making this inspirational plea and him asking me to repeat it,
or just hearing
someone
with the dogs on the other end.
No. I only went to the there's technically a dog in this office, but I never interact with it. The lady with the dog.
That sounded like the most. Yeah.
First one I went to.
That sounded like the most unprofessional thing ever. Just a dog running in your sessions, just running up on you, like you're trying to open up.
It was in her
It's
house.
just dog running around.
Pissing on your leg.
Like her office was in her house, but yeah, it was somewhat unprofessional. But now the other thing that I don't love is that Alba's here during the day. So like this past week, my therapy session, she's working in here in the Mike and the Minifans studios, and I'm in my room, and well, I'll say sometimes she comes up, and my concern is that she can hear me. I'm like, this fucking. So that's the fear now, is that someone will be able to hear me during my sessions. But
like Jake from State Farm, you're like,
Mike,
what are you wearing?
do you think Big Steve will get a dog this weekend?
Khakis.
Do I think Big Steve will get a dog? I don't know. I mean, he says he's going to. I wished him. My last words to him on Friday were "Good luck with the dog," and he didn't say anything. So I don't know.
It seems like a German, German Shepherd type guy.
I bet you get
German
Chihuahua.
Shepherd.
Yeah,
I bet you get Chihuahua.
He's going full German Shepherd.
That's new.
Chihuahua.
What do you think, Tara?
No, I don't like Chihuahuas. No offense to people who do.
My brother has 2 of them, and they're the meanest 2 fucking dogs you ever see.
I would say Steve might get a husky. I feel like he might be a husky.
Husky's a good one. Maybe a
lab.
A Rottweiler.
Yeah.
He's gonna need a
Rottweiler,
Rottweiler. If he's gonna start breaking into houses, he's bringing his Rottweiler, and it's gonna get ugly.
Yeah. What's up, caller?
Hey, this is Quantum Week, Chris.
Hey,
Matt,
Chris.
don't yell. You've been yelling at all the callers.
Shut up, Chris.
Please, be nice, please.
I'm always
Mike,
nice to you.
I'll be real quick. I have some advice for your show.
Please. Take
I
any I
think
can
what would
get.
make the show a lot better is if you added another guest.
Oh, good. Thank you. Well, Chris, DM Justin. We'll bring you on.
Jesus Christ.
It doesn't even need to be me, although I do feel offended. I think I'm like the only Minifan that's not on the show right now. But thanks for having me, guys, and have a great rest of your week.
All right, buddy.
You too,
Love you, buddy.
Take care.
I enjoy Chris. I've done a 180 on him. He's a good egg.
He's great.
Nice.
How do you like
I
this,
think-
Matt?
yeah.
Even though you came in yelling at me today, Quantum Week, my favorite show on the YouTube.
Is it? I heard you say that. Were
Yeah,
you
tell me
being
because of the
sincere?
I was
Tupac.
being genuine. Yes, I enjoyed
Thank you
it.
very much for saying that.
I actually loved your conversation about Jack. I learned a lot
Jesus Christ.
about
That movie.
Francis. I learned a lot about Francis Ford Coppola. I never knew he was in debt.
Well,
or
I'm
money
glad you-
problems or whatever it is.
I came in hot, but that doesn't mean I don't fucking love you, Mike.
I appreciate it.
I thought he
my
came in
boy.
for the hot Tupac, but maybe
Fucking
not.
Tupac.
Hello,
Uh,
Carl.
Right.
Go for Gary. I have a quick question for TJ.
Go ahead.
Hey, TJ, I'm here with Steve from Providence. Where did you leave the key to the cage we're keeping that runaway in? And why did you use painter's tape? We said duct tape.
Oh no! So it's underneath the mailbox. And it's the skull. Just reach up underneath. You'll feel it.
Slip knot. And it's in the mailbox.
Yeah, it's in the
buddy, thanks
mailbox.
so
You'll
much.
get it. You'll get it.
We'll
All
touch
right.
base tomorrow.
Do
Later,
it.
Tim. Peace out, Tim.
Okay.
Different kid, one of the greats. It's under the mailbox. Now we just have people calling, looking for household items. That's what this show has been.
Wait a second. What the hell did he just say?
You didn't.
All I heard was,
I'm
"Where's
very
the key?"
confused.
He
He said,
asked
"Where's
you
the
where
key?"
something. He said he's with Steve from Providence. I
Okay,
thought
yeah.
you at least. I thought at least you knew what he was talking about.
The
Okay.
runaway that's in the
Tell me
cage.
dumb.
The runaway that's in your cage. That's what
Duct
it's like.
Spite of my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage.
You are.
Go ahead.
Hello, caller.
It's a great week, man.
I miss you, TJ.
What's up, Pimp?
What's going on, man?
This Adam Minahan.
Sounds like
I
you
don't
hate
think
me.
it is, but
Yeah,
go ahead.
I doubt it.
How y'all pimps doing? How y'all pimps doing tonight, though?
This is like
What's up, man?
Hello, why laughing? Hey, yo, why y'all let shoot? Why y'all laughing?
No.
You got a question? Yo, brother, you got a question for me?
What's good in the hood?
This is for Corano. I know goddamn well you ate your own cum multiple times. Stop playing.
I think we all do.
Ring,
We're just letting them slide.
pirate.
I have never lied on the
Cool
show
Minahan.
or any
I'm a
program
cool Minahan.
ever, and I wouldn't lie to you
Adam
now.
Minahan.
If I did it, I'd tell you,
Whoa,
Adam.
whoa.
All right,
How come
thank
you're the
you.
least
Thank you,
attractive
caller.
Minahan?
I think
You don't have to
Japan
actually
kissed-
get vicious with that. That's obviously not the real Adam Minahan.
That sounded like
So-
Wiggy. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounded like Jermaine Wiggins.
That's very
what I thought it
offensive.
was.
That's your. Who,
Why is that offensive?
I think it sounds like Tom Hanks. It sounds like it could be any.
Yeah.
No.
It sounds like it could be anyone.
Kiss said it best. Lick it up.
I don't care for the stereotype.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
I don't care for it.
No stereotype. I'm saying he sounded like the guy I know.
Jesus Christ.
Unbelievable.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Phil. Mike, I just wanted to ask you, how does it feel to know that you have more followers than Shirley Leung on Twitter?
I've always. Did I not have more followers than her before?
Who the fuck would follow Shirley Leung? Anyway.
Is that a? I don't get if that's a dig at me or something. I think I probably had more followers than her when she had a real Twitter account. I don't think that Shirley is a. It's not a badge of honor. Put it that way. Having more followers than Shirley Leung.
You can follow her if you need a new Social Security account.
Certainly
Your
couldn't
Social
have
Security
less.
number, you can follow her.
Oh, you know what we forgot to talk about is that Barstool Zonker.
Oh yeah.
I believe if anyone can right now, just type in barstool.com. See what comes up.
Is it still on the Mincels?
I think it's this show now.
Oh, that's all. I thought it was pretty funny that he did that.
Yeah, it is.
honestly.
Hello, caller.
Yeah.
Hi, I have a very important question for a guy named Matt.
Yes, go ahead.
You're a movie guy. How do you feel about the
I'm a
adventures
music
of
guy.
Pluto Nash?
I'm a music
Matt's
guy.
more
not
of a music
movie
guy.
What's your question?
Oh, come on. You're a movie/music guy.
Mostly a music guy. What's your question? Do you know anything about me or not?
Macarano? I know everything about you.
Well, like, what do you know?
I think he thinks he knows something about you.
What is it?
Well, you do a movie music podcast, Quantum Week, I heard.
The Quantum Week, yes. Have you listened to it?
Yeah. Have you ever heard of the adventures of Pluto Nash?
Who are you? What's your name?
My name's Chach.
Chach? What kind of fucking name is
Yep.
Chach? Who named you?
It's a very respectable producer name.
Well, that's what's called a nickname, Matt.
Oh, you're a nickname. It's not your actual name. Okay. Chach. Oh, what's your question? Oh, Pluto Nash? No idea what that is. What is it?
Great flick.
Is it?
I don't
It is
know.
good flick.
It's an
I don't know the
Eddie Murphy movie. I didn't know if you liked it.
I don't know what it is. What else you got?
Woof.
Nothing.
All right.
Keep going,
You're
Chach.
out. Strike out. Hey,
That
Mike,
was-
just
that
so you
was a
know,
tough one.
Barstool.com
But it was funny.
brings
Yeah,
you
it's
right
still going to
to
Mincels. Still going to
Mayo's
Mincels
show.
Oh, now it's Mayo's show.
It
I
is.
just went
Zonker
there.
told me it was going to be me. He said, "I love this Zonker guy." He sent me a link to. He sent me a link to Portnoy shitting on me, and just said, "We need to fix this."
I just looked. It's going to Intel.
Oh, what the fuck?
What? No, I just typed it in.
Maybe
it just brings you
it's
to
my
YouTube in
cookies or
general. I
something.
don't know.
Maybe it's cookies.
Yeah.
Nickelheads of the week.
Hello, caller. Nickelheads of the week.
What's up? It's the Bible guy. Give me 20 seconds.
Okay, go for it.
Oh God.
2019.
Was stated that he was in the middle of history. Before King David's time was X amount of years. And X amount of years after King David's, when he was born, was 1948. You know what 1948 was?
King's
better be
David?
good.
Is there
Go
two
ahead.
Kings?
The year after my
Israel
father was born, but
accepted
go
as a
ahead.
country. His death was 2022.
What?
His death was 2022.
What am I supposed to
And
glean
that's
from that?
also known
Am
as
I trying to
Bible.
do fucking math on this
what
show?
I would think.
What the fuck are we talking
Well, I
about?
would think the Kirk Minahan show callers would be the best callers in the
Thank you,
fucking
Justin.
world.
Thank you,
Why are
Justin.
they
That was much
like?
appreciated.
Why are they the worst callers? That, like,
Well, no, the
make a
problem is
fucking
they are the
point.
best. The problem
I'm
is these
surprised
are,
we
I mean,
have-
these
doing it
are
on
good
purpose?
callers for radio.
Jesus
I'm
Christ!
surprised
doing
we
it
only
on
had like
purpose.
2 callers about Tower up there. So
I mean,
Well,
let's be
that's
fair.
very-
I think she should. Yeah, she should
It's
consider
Saturday
herself
night
lucky
with
that it's
me
only
on
been 2.
YouTube, for Christ's
I
sake.
know.
she's very
I'm
lucky.
waiting for more, but like
I'm waiting for him to say dump them out. That's when dump the line.
Hello, caller.
Wait till Stephen Providence calls in.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yes, hello.
What's up?
I just think it's funny that Matt Carano says he's not gay, but he does a podcast with a guy who looks like a penis.
Oh, did you make that shit up yourself, or did you hear that from Kirk? Fucking idiot!
Doesn't even really make sense.
Come
Just
on.
recycled content. It's like
This
make
ain't
up
that
shit on
bad.
your own, you idiot.
I love
I'm
it.
pretty sure Kirk said that exact same thing.
That's what I mean. It's like, oh, think for yourself. You fucking stupid.
I'm thinking.
Like, come up with something. Jesus Christ, so boring.
I'm thinking.
So
I can see
boring.
it doesn't bother you at all, which is good.
I just
I'm
think
thinking
it's stupid. Like, have your own brain.
I'm thinking about taking
He's
a few
not
more
rattled.
callers.
He's not rattled.
Yeah, let's take a
I'm
few
thinking
more
about taking a
callers.
few more callers, but I think there are too many cooks in the kitchen here. Do two of you want to volunteer to bail out? No? No one
I'll
wants
get
to-
up.
Bailing.
Later.
All right.
Later.
All right. Thank you, Andrew.
Yeah.
Andrew, you were terrific.
I'd like to yell at more callers.
Yes,
Thank you,
I don't want to get off because I want to yell.
Hey,
at
what's
people.
going on? It's Will.
Will, what's happening?
What's up,
My
man?
friend
What's
Will.
up? What's up, TJ? What's up, Tara?
What's going on, bud?
What's up, Mike?
What's up, buddy?
How you guys doing?
Great.
Will, I was going through my camera roll earlier today, and up in Madawaska, I took a couple pics of you and a special blonde lady.
Oh, Tia. Yeah, she's phenomenal.
Yes.
Great.
She was very
She
nice.
sent my. I left my my camera charger there, and she sent it back to Steve, and Steve still hasn't sent it back to me yet. Waiting on that. He said he was going to do it, but
Boy, the wacky hijinks of Will. This is sitcomish, Will.
Did you get her address?
no, I didn't. I didn't get her
Well,
address.
what good are you? Come on, you gotta get that address.
But no, I didn't want to take up too much of your time. I just wanted to call in and say thank you guys for giving us content on Saturday night. You guys are
Oh, what a sweet boy.
actually the best thing to watch or listen to right. Nothing better on.
You're a hell of a guy, Will. Thank you. Do you appreciate that I'm coming around on you?
All right, I'll hang up and listen.
Nah, go fuck yourself then. I take it back. I take it back. I don't like him anymore. Will's a good boy. Will does a good job. I give him a hard
He's a very
time because
good
he's
boy.
he's a moron. But
Oh, we love Will.
now that it's just us hanging, Andrew was talking a little too much, huh, guys? Am I right? Was that just me? Hello, caller.
What do you got?
Hang on.
Get a phone.
Oh my God.
Use a
calls
phone.
one
It
sports radio
works.
station.
What? Say it again.
Everyone calls one Entercom sports radio station.
Okay.
That's what it should be. The
So
prank calls you're talking about.
Every Entercom sports radio station gets pranked.
Prank them all. Is that what you're saying?
I agree.
Okay.
All right. Next caller.
You
Great
knew
message.
Get out from under the sea.
I think he's trying to say, well, it is easier. A little tip for you kids if you want to make prank calls. Entercom stations are the easiest because you can rewind and grab audio, and usually, I mean, sometimes they'll scrub shit, but
Mike, did
usually
you-
they'll put all their stuff up on demand. What's
Did
up?
you see the Boston Globe put out a little sound editorial today about talking to people with the coronavirus?
Oh, did
And
they?
there was one little in particular blurb of a person named Abraham Hands that had a nice little story. And it was published on the Globe, by the way.
This is Ann that is locked in the cage.
Can't hear you.
Hold on 1
I
second,
need you
caller.
to get me out of here.
Oh, Justin, just go to the next call.
The key's under the
TJ, what were you-
mailbox, man. Go get it.
TJ, what were you, so finish that story.
So so the Globe put out a little editorial, a sound clip. It was like 6-7 minutes long. Of talking to different people about the coronavirus and how it's having an impact.
Yeah.
And one in particular at about, I think it was like, 3-minute mark. His name was Abraham Hands.
Okay.
And he talked about how, he was supposed to go on a cruise and he had to spend his little son's pizza money. And the best part was the fucking Globe put it out. It's on the Globe's website.
Can you DM me that at some point? I'm sure I'll find
certainly
it.
can. I'm sure Abraham Hands might send it to you himself.
Excellent. Thank you. Abraham Hands, get on that. That's okay.
It was
That's
unbelievable. I woke up this morning to see that. God, it was funny.
Is the caller on the line? Hello. All right.
Get a phone.
Try the next one, Justin. If this sucks, I say we call it a night.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you guys coming on. I know it's been a bit of a shit show, but I think it was overall pretty
It's
decent.
been fine.
Good.
I only come on because I love you.
Tara, that's a defense mechanism I use. I say it's bad so that you guys will tell me that it was pretty good.
I understand.
Thank you.
I'm always good for the clout, Jason. You,
Same.
you and Big
Well, we know
Cat.
you are,
I'll come
TJ.
on
I know this
for
is
you.
not a Pardon My Takes weekend show, but
Funny thing
Hello,
is, I
caller.
haven't heard this show in like weeks.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
What's up?
Yes. Go ahead.
Hey, I just wanted to call and tell and say that less is more. Too many people on this show.
Yeah, we
Matt's
figured that out.
screaming at all the callers. Just less is more.
Thank you. You've done a great job and a great service tonight. Thank you for calling in with that hot take.
You're out.
Hot
take. I don't disagree with him. We tried something. It's
whatever.
been all
Get
right.
out.
I didn't think it
Then
was
have
that
them create
bad.
content if they're so
Nah,
good
it's
at
just too many. I'll tell you, Tara, the only problem is too many voices talking at once sometimes. That's the only
Sorry.
issue, really.
I'm not fucking.
And it's only been in the calls segment because it's just harder to fucking hear them.
I do try to like not step on toes here. Just
Appreciate that, TJ. You're a pro.
I'm just
All three are professionals. Hello, caller. Now, right.
Caller, you're on the air.
Let's just fucking.
Hello.
let's
Oh.
let's
Oh,
put
you
this
hung up.
horse out of its misery.
Choo?
What do you say? Do we try one more?
One more. Let's
All
go.
right, we'll try one more. Make it a good one, guys.
One
God.
lucky caller.
Someone's not on a jitterbug.
Phil's angry because I called him stupid. He called in earlier.
Was that Phil the Minifan, Phil?
I think who called himself Chotch. Yeah, I thought it was actually the guy who calls himself Chotch, but Phil was angry that I called him stupid. But if you make a stupid call, I'm going to call you stupid.
That's what's going to happen when you take on the when you take on Matt Carano. That's just what when you're going up against a buzzsaw.
I love Matt's energy tonight. Love it.
I know he brought it. Angry Red.
I hate
next
you.
caller.
I fucking hate you.
Why do you, whoa! What's happening?
Just fucking get a phone.
Oh! I thought you knew who that was.
No. You guys.
I was like, how do you possibly have any idea?
Jitterbug on.
It's like
Boost
Steve.
Mobile
It's the
over there.
sound. Okay, go ahead, asshole.
Hello, douchebag. What do you want?
What's going on? Fuck nut. Let's go.
Hello, we're talking to you. All right,
You're scared of them.
Justin, let's wrap this shit up. Guys, thank you for coming on. I understand this is probably the sloppiest episode of Mike and the Minifans, and I say that knowing what the other episodes that I've done. But no, overall, I think it was good. We had a good conversation for at least half the show, so I appreciate you guys coming on, Andrew included. But Tara, Matt, TJ, thanks for coming on. And
Thanks,
the three of
Michael.
you left, I'll have YouTube shows that'll be on at some point throughout the week.
Yes.
Matt will be on TJ Sunday, Matt
Yeah, I
Monday,
believe
and
it's
then
tomorrow.
Tara, you back on Thursday? You don't know yet.
I think so. Yeah.
All right.
One
So
final
check all these
question.
guys
How's
out.
everybody getting their haircuts?
That's
I'm not.
I'm
I think
not.
I'm
Big
going.
problem.
I think I'm going. No shave, no haircut until
Look at
we're
this.
out
Look
of
at
this.
this.
thing.
Look at this.
Oh Jesus!
Unbelievable. I'm gonna have to shave my head soon enough.
I've got friends who bought a Flowbee, and I haven't seen a Flowbee in 20 years.
No
What is
shit.
it?
A
Yes.
Flowbee is this attachment. You attach it to a vacuum, and it cuts your hair. It's fucking scary.
What?
Really?
Can you use
like
it on your
sucks your
genitals?
hair in and like cuts it. It's scary.
Yeah, that
You can
sounds.
use it on your genitals, right up your ball sack.
Right.
Yes.
Up. Yep.
We recommend that here on the program. Make sure you go ahead and try that on your pubes.
You used to recommend Manscaped, but not
Well,
no
listen,
longer.
I'm sure they're a fine company.
Yeah, when you're done with the Flowbee, just take it and give it a little taste. See
There
what's
you
going
go.
on, you know.
Some burnt pubes.
I actually.
Oh,
meant
and hey, if
to
you
comment.
if you manage to get through this shit heap, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, because even if you don't like this show, then you'll know when Matt is on, Tara, TJ, Kirk himself.
Couple
If you
plugs tonight.
subscribe, tap that little bell, you'll get notifications anytime we go live or upload anything. And make sure you're subscribed, because that way you always see the videos we do. All right. Thank you
right.
again, guys.
Thanks,
Appreciate
guys.
you coming on.
Take care, guys. Stay
All right.
safe.
Hope all is well.
Another tough day at work today. Steve and Kirk think I suck. Throw back a few wobbly pops, feeling down on my luck. And the interns ruin every show. But it's still where we want to go. It's Mike and the Minifans. 'Cause nobody had any better plans. You wanna be with DC and our aim in a hand. The host can't see it's Mike and the Minifans. And nobody's seen real MHB. This whole thing is a sham. You never see him pee, it's Mike and the Minifans.